across the globe, right? It's not consistent between Asia, Europe, and the US.
No, well, we see that in some of the data that we get to see. That's quite apparent. People's perceptions of employees and employers is quite different.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, I think where this is all going is, I think they're all trying to do something. I think there's a lot of strategic partnerships which Willis have entered into. I mean, Willis hyped up this plug and play partnership that they went into, which, to be honest, Aon was working with plug and play for, the last 3 years. I know, because I was the one who was involved in helping set that up. They became a foundation member, which Aon chose not to do. But, at the same time, everyone's doing it. I mean, Aon's working with Andrees and Horwitz. Marsh is dealing with who they're dealing with. So I think these strategic partnerships are going to be very critical to the offering. But what is going on inside of organizations, and I was actually talking to a friend yesterday, and he and I we were both on Aon's. So when I was at Aon, we had an executive analytics committee, innovation and analytics committee. There was 5 of us, and both of us have moved on since then. And he and I were having a chat about these strategic partnerships. And one of the things that we were talking about with the brokers is everybody got really excited and ran into trying to work with these, VCs, private equity funds. And that's fine at an executive committee level to make those decisions and think this is going to change the way we drive the organization and what our offering is globally to clients. But the truth is, in the end, those people aren't the ones on the ground trying to sell this to the clients, or integrate it into their offering. And so I think there's either been a lot of wasted dollars that have gone into some of these partnerships, or what you're seeing is it's going to take a long time for them to come to fruition, because while they've got the best intentions, the reality is they don't know how to take those and incorporate that into their offering. The other thing that you've got when you look at the insurtech space is, and this is why I tie back to the plug and play stuff, you can sit there and say you're trying to find offerings, but the truth is, if you look through, 80%, 90% of the insurtech offerings are, like I said, personal lines, SME type products, or they're MGAs who are doing, again, small, medium enterprise, doing these sort of very small or personal lines type, short tail-ish products. And so to be honest, there's a lot of this integration. And as I was saying earlier, the industry needs to shift, especially the broking, or especially these guys, Willis, Marsh, Aon, JLT, they need to shift into a new era. But I don't think they really know how to do it at the moment. And I think a lot of people inside of their organization are getting a bit disengaged by it and saying, I just need to focus on growing my client base. I need to focus on growing my organic revenue, and that's it. And so they're kind of they're not losing staff in the sense that staff are walking out, but that the energy to offer these new things isn't really there.
Okay, that's good. I think we're sort of running a little bit short on time now, so maybe I'd just ask you, is there anything that I should have asked you and I haven't, that you'd like to add to what you've said over the last 50 minutes or so?
No, I think one of the key takeaways is, Willis may want to consider this, is Aon and Marsh have kind of, I wouldn't say taken their eye off Asia, but at least for the next couple of months, there's a general view in the economy that the US is starting to get, pretty much, well, it's roaring, but it's starting to get to head towards that peak. I guess Europe's got a little bit to go, but, at some point the dollars are going to shift. And I'd say that I feel that Marsh and Aon have a better handle on those cycles than Willis do. And so I think they will start shifting investment dollars back into Asia in the next, couple of years. And so I think one of the things Willis needs to do is, especially with this license thing in China, is here's a huge opportunity to really set themselves up for that growth that might come in the next 3 to 5 years. And that's something they'll be able to do much better than Aon and Marsh will be able to.